Theme song.
2.0.
Two Wario dinners. This is Whoopsie Desert, otherwise known as Australian Environmental Policy. Whoopsie! More desert.
So we need to get 150k to buy the next map.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck, I forgot about that. Well, it's good that it's been a while. Just
seen
vanished
some-
down God's goatsy.
Substandard Wario. I think that was fun. Like, Wario World in the GameCube's a little substandard, but it's fun.
It has an interesting combination of not being very good in a lot of ways, but, you know, ultimately kind of like weirdly short and focused. You know, like the stages are small. And that, well, not the stages, other stages, well, there's a small amount of stages, but they're big. So you sort of don't notice. And the game is not really about the enemies.
Yeah.
You know, they're just sort of there almost like a puzzle. I mean, this is
by far, like...
Yeah, no, this is the best one. This is a good game in a lot of, regards. And I mean, really, like, it's another one of those ones that demonstrates, and like, I know this is hard and whatnot, because look, I can't draw either, but like, if you're able to art, you can like, get stuff to look really, be really appealing, without actually... Oh. House fell down. No, without like fucking, because a lot of this is just, there's some clever gameplay in here, but a lot of this is just like a pleasant art style. Like when you picked up that little fucking, baby head and shook it again, that was fun. I enjoyed just watching, because that's a basic mechanic, but fucking when you animate it well, it's a lot of fun. It's like how in the more recent Mortal Kombats, the fatalities I tend to be drawn toward are actually now the simpler ones, as opposed to the fucking 5-minute long hullabaloos. Because it's just, now that you can fucking, now that you gave fucking kids PTSD researching dismemberments to animate them, they're really fun to watch. Like, it's really fun to just watch something get like, gutted when, because back in the day, you'd sit there and it'd be like, oh yeah, like a guy flopped in half and that was like fucking it. There was no intestines dripping everywhere. The blood didn't even stay on the ground. With the exception of like the heart blood from Kano. And a lot of the time, like Kano would rip the heart out in Mortal Kombat 1, there was other ones, and it wouldn't leave a hole. The first time that showed up was in fucking War Gods. Like, which was a shit game, but it had a couple of decent fatalities in it. And like, yeah, the fucking Aztec dude.
Can you
rip hearts out?
Close the door behind you and turn the fan on, please?
Fucking doodle do.
It's on medium setting. I should say when you like turn it, like the little thing, it's got like a nub. Yeah, I think that's it. Otherwise the air doesn't fucking circulate.
Because I remember getting that on the, like I didn't buy it, but I rented it. I think the 64? I was pretty sure.
Which one?
64.
MK?
War Gods.
Oh, War Gods, yeah.
No, MK 4.
4, yeah.
Because MK4 came after War Gods, because War Gods was like the practice.
Was 4 good? I can't ever remember.
I think for its time, there were some fun things about it. Like, again, like, it did have, like, some pretty cool shit. Like, Reptile's fatality where it vomits acid on the face, left them with, like, they had a skinned face
I remember
texture.
that, yeah.
And that was kind of fucking cool. I mean, the gameplay was still fairly basic, but, like, it held together. I mean, the endings, you'll see the endings online these days, usually as a joke, because, they're fucking hilarious. They're, like, done using the in-engine fucking properties, and it's just, it is funny, look. But, it's still good.
You got that one?
The era, like, we're talking like a game that was released on... I mean, I had Mortal Kombat Gold on the, Dreamcast.
Was that like just a like definite edition of 4?
Yeah, so it was 4 with like 4 extra characters. They had like Cyrax and Sector.
They have better graphics?
In general. Like, not like, better models exactly, but, like it was a leap from 64 to Dreamcast, or what is it, PlayStation or something, I can't remember.
It would have been cleaner.
Yeah, like it was just that. Like, So I've got the arcade version doesn't emulate well. There's still a lot of problems with it. Meanwhile, the MAME devs on Twitter have just announced that they've got all of the Game & Watches emulated. Which, it's about as good as you'd expect. I don't know why they do it, it just drives me. Every time I think about something in MAME, or, you know, something like slightly more recent and relevant that isn't working, and has been sort of like a little, you know, somewhat of a community bugbear for a while, and then, you know, see the devs on Twitter like...
I think we've talked about this every episode. Can we give it a rest for once? Like, just the MAME talk, please? It's just boring me.
It drives me nuts.
I know it does. But it just gets you into this rut and you get angry. Because they're fucking morons, I know.
It could be worse. Could be the PCXS2 people. Well, not them. But, like, I sent you that thread.
Oh, fucking people are so fucking dumb.
Like, so PCXS2 isn't going to be supporting Windows 7 anymore. And people are upset about
It's
that.
like, fucking really, man, like... And like Gabe sends me this like thread. He's like, check this out. These people are like...
Normally I don't do that, but I needed you to understand why I was like, this is fucking insane.
Because I have it still right here. I'll bring it up because it's fucking...
Like, because again, usually I see this shit and I just go, oh, Christ, whatever. But it was just one of those ones where it was just like kind of, you know, the fucking 100 duck-sized horses situation where it's like, suddenly it's like, wow, this is actually a lot of biomass when you think about it. Like, it's just a lot of little things just fucking getting through to me at once.
Like, the thing that you sent me was a screen grab of this guy going, I wouldn't be surprised, someone said, I wouldn't be surprised in a year from now if PCSX2 just plain won't work on Windows 7. To this person, this genius, responded, that is pretty sad and directly harms the end user. That won't be the case with Dolphin, which is significantly more mature an emulator. The PS2 has over 4,000 games, and PCSX2 has no per-game config. PCX2 wiki is full of workaround configs to enable effects or fix issues, improve performance, speed hacks, etc. Tons of game don't render properly without specific settings or software mode, and you can't set PCX2 to use config overrides on a per-game basis. It's mind-blowing. And with Windows 7 being cut out, I don't get it. Is this some breakthrough in PS2 emulation requires Windows 10 only libraries? Is this even going to find its way to Linux, ARM, or RetroArch in any capacity? This has changed force nearly 40% of users to reinstall the OS to use Windows 10 to remain P6S2 users. And it's like, motherfucker.
I mean, the thing is, the first half of that and the second half of that aren't related. Like, yeah, all that stuff about how it doesn't have per-game configs and shit, that's right. That has nothing to do with them no longer putting energy into maintaining it for fucking Windows 7.
Yeah, because it's a dead fucking library for them because you can't keep updating it and make it newer because the hardware's the same. There's never any breakthroughs. The software doesn't change. It's all the fucking same.
Like, I think part of his argument is he's now like, there better be some kind of fucking, you know, big upgrade. But also, you know, one of the devs, you know, responded later. It's just like, it's time and energy.
And they're doing it for free.
Yeah, like, that's the thing about, like you know, the emulator scene where it's just like, yeah, like, you know, with a few exceptions these days, you know, they're not getting fucking paid. Like, I mean, I hear the Simu people are doing well.
Yeah. So, the fucking other mind-blowing thing about this is, so some very disgruntled users have now updated. Okay, that just squashes you. Okay.
Well,
upgrades you to Windows 10, which they're not very happy about, but they'll do it anyway because they need their precious PS2 emulation.
The thing that's nuts is, it's not like they fucking retroactively vaporized 1.5.
Yeah.
Like, all that shit still works. Like, if you're sitting there operating some fucking hand-cranked vintage machine, you could just still 100% do that with the available software. You're just not getting whatever the fucking upgrades are. And if you're not upgrading from Windows 7, you don't care about upgrades.
Yeah. So just keep it and you've still got your same functionality. I don't understand what the thing is. And so then this next beautiful person was like, I only just upgraded to Windows 10 from XP last week. And they're like, XP in 2020? What the fuck? You kept alive? Yep, but now I'm on a modern OS and many new programs service work for me. But it's more unstable than XP. I'm getting random blue screens on Windows 10. Windows XP is way more stable since using it since 2005 to 2020. That's no surprise. Your hardware must be ancient. Windows 10 won't have fantastic support for stuff for 15-year-old hardware. Then the guy goes, could it be my GPU? It's the same I got in 2005!
No, the best part is later on he goes on about how he's using, in order to get it to work, so he's complaining about the instability of Windows 10. And he's using
15-year-old hardware.
Yeah, no, he's like, I'll
What's
look
the
it up.
processor?
Yeah, no, I mean, God fucking only knows. But, where is it?
It's amazing how these people can just get on there and complain about me when, like, these people literally devoting their time making this shit for free.
So, could it be my GPU? It's the same one I got in 2005, a GeForce 6800 GS. I had to find legacy NVIDIA drivers for it for Win 10 compatibility. So it's like, you know, that's his complaint. Like, it's not that Windows 10 isn't stable. It's that, I mean, man, I have a fucking 750 that I will fucking mail this cunt just so I don't have to ever be exposed to something that fucking stupid ever again.
But the problem is they'll just complain.
Like, fucking,
like that's these sub mutants just will go on to the next thing to complain about. They'll just always find something.
like,
I just that literally.
I mean, the
hurts
PS2
me.
emulation situation, yeah, has been janky for a long time. It's just, look, it is what it is. You know, it's
playable.
Yeah. Oh no, it's very playable. Like,
Lord,
if
you just got to tweak to get it doesn't play everything out of the box.
there's solutions. Yeah,
deal.
there is solutions to that.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a specifically PCXS2 front end called Dobie Station that does all that stuff. Like, it'll have its own.
You know
configs.
what though, Gabe? If they're that fucking
I know.
concerned about it running perfectly and all that shit,
Get
go
a
buy a
PS
PS2.
I know you can.
You
like,
can buy a PS2, you can chip it, you can put a hard drive in it. You know, you're going to have a much better
You
experience.
could get a thing that outputs it. Like,
Exactly.
You know, I mean, Brazil's like basically made of PS2s.
Exactly.
Like,
in Segas.
yeah. I gotta look that up. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What is a fucking? Maybe I'll fucking splurge. I'll look up what a modded PS2 goes for on Ebe.
Yeah, check it.
So I'm curious now.
Actually, I am too. I wonder how you mod PS2s. I think mine's still at my mum's house.
So I'll just not nodded. The fuck do I want a nodded PS? Why would you change?
I swear autocorrect is getting dumber.
No, fucking. Because the thing that gets me is sometimes it'll like, you know, it doesn't understand wordplay. Like, so
Right.
it'll just change shit sometimes. PS3.
I think I might.
Yeah, this one is 100, 150. I mean, I can't see any like specifically modded, but like, you know,
Do they what? They run off hard drives?
um,
Or
one was, yeah. I mean, some of them are just raw dog, but like, I'll Google it. Mossad.
Because if you're that fucking
Yeah.
wanting to hang on to your old games and shit, just fucking get a modded PS2. That just sounds like such a simple answer to me. But they won't, because they'll be the people that want to play it like at higher resolution and shit on their 15-year-old graphics card.
Man, like that.
2005.
Like, because again, people in the rest of that thread are like, you know, you can go to like recycling centers, you know, there are places like, I mean, like, this is the thing, like, if you know, live in Somalia and can in no fucking way get, you know, a second-hand piece of fucking hardware better than the thing that you've got from 2005, which already I don't quite believe is being a real problem. You know, you've got bigger problems than what PCXS2 is doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you know,
Is there a way to
how is Syria these days?
I want to retry from
Even that, I think Syrians that have better fucking hardware still. You know, you can carry a laptop with you when you flee the fucking gas.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird thing. It's like, some of those little Chinese handhelds, like one of the ones I have, has a port in it, right? And you look at it and you go, oh, for headphones. No, Aaron. For fucking, you know, yellow, red video composite output.
Yeah, I think they've had like those parts and chassis left over for like forever.
It's just like,
Just throw
what
'em in.
cyberpunk combination of staggering poverty and tech would you have to have for that to be useful? Because it's still, all you're doing is making it on a bigger screen. You know? Like, this thing can't, you know, some of them have Bluetooth and HDMI output. So it's like you can basically play two-player games. It's like, look, that would be one of the shittier ways to do this, but all right. You know, that there's at least a problem being solved there. Whereas, like, you know, what am I doing with this? Like, I say, oh yeah, I've crawled into my fucking coffin bedroom that I made out of, like, old CRTs. And the one that I've plugged into the illegal power hookup in my fucking, you know, Kowloon sarcophagus turns on. So, oh yeah, fuck, I'll get this little fucking LDK, I'll plug it in. Yeah, look at that. Now I can burn my eyes from like a meter away. Less than that even. Headphones would have been used, like a jack, you know, just, oh yeah, now I can put the headphones in. The funniest thing is, a few of those don't even actually go to true mute if you turn them all the way down, so you can just always kind of hear them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I do remember those things.
It's one of those, like, I need to see the people for whom this is a selling point. You know? Guy on fucking, I just upgraded from XP. XP's, yeah, you're right. Windows 10 isn't stable. It's hard to get, you know, fucking Word running on a fucking old word processing machine.
Yeah.
You know, Excel doesn't run on my fucking abacus. What the fuck?
Fuck Microsoft.
Yeah.
Way to leave us abacus users behind.
Why don't people read cuneiform anymore? Fuck, there probably are more fucking cuneiform readers.
You're just not getting the lift on that.
You probably meant to jump off the fat guy.
Damn fat guys.
Yeah. You're here thinking rope swing, man. You gotta like fucking join me in the jumping on fat guys future. They're like Zorbs.
We were watching some Zorb fail videos.
Yeah, there are some good ones. You forget that because I do like Fail Army because I feel like A, they keep fairly up to date, and B, they have a good mix of what look like critical injuries and then just like a cat doing something fucking stupid. You know, and I like that as a combination. But you just forget that YouTube has like the sketchy ones. It's just like,
they're the best.
What was it? People falling off cliffs?
Yeah. One.
It's like,
and it opens with just some bangers of land on hard rocks and
yeah, like people doing cliff jumping, rethinking their awful decision like way too late. Doing the sad kind of horse dance, hammer time stumble toward the edge, and then just boop, and they have not got the fucking clearance to get over.
Oh god, no.
You know, the bit of fucking rock that they're hurtling toward, and they just go splat onto it. And it's not, you know, we're not watching Faces of Death here. This is just like people getting dumped. But they're, you know, it's like what Batman's, you know, Batman doesn't kill, but it's like, there's a lot of things I'd rather not live through, you know? Look at these fat cheeks. Do that to my cat. I'm just gonna meows at me while I'm doing stuff. It's just like, come here with your fat cheeks.
So apparently there's a secret exit in this level.
All right. Yeah, I forgot we had like the, nifty 1991 sitcom jingle going. Wonder what Balky's gonna get up to today.
Several wooden stone.
He's foreign,
blocks.
Aaron.
God.
That's fun. What's the premise of this sitcom? Foreigner. All right. Look up modded PS2 Australia.
Oh God, you still haven't looked that up?
No, I looked up just modded PS2. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's the mod man. I knew there was an Australian company that basically did it because it was fairly big in Australia. Because
Osmod Chips is another.
that's the other one I was thinking of. I'll just look that up. I don't know why I'm doing anything
Yeah,
else.
Mod Chips is the main one.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Oh, what do we got? PS2, yeah. Let's go fund me to buy this guy a modded PS2. Just with... It'll be a real modded PS2, it'll have a controller, it'll be all spec'd, ready to go, and it will also have a little brown paper bag full of my shit in it. It'll just be here, now shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Gotta do the boosties.
Cronus Max Plus with Bluetooth adapter included.
I think
There's a lot of
Cronus
parts.
Max is just a controller thing that lets you plug other
Yeah.
controllers into it.
It's just like, I'm just looking through some of this shit. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think you need a PS2. But if you have a PS2, this guy will install the mod chip for $90. And then
Can I buy the chip by myself?
Oh, possibly.
It kind of bums me out that it's still hard chip solder. There's not a.
That's why, yeah,
No one hasn't found anything else. I guess why would you?
Yeah. Flash chips.
Ow.
Oddbo 5, $9.99. Yeah. So $10.
What for the chip? Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh damn! If I find my PS2, I'll buy one of those.
This mod chip is compatible with version 5 to version 18, the last model.
$10. That's insane. What other chips they got?
What's going on in the PSP range? That's micro SD adapters. Micro SD to PS Vita adapter. Looks like it at the moment. There's some 360 ones. Glitch chip for your 360.
A what chip?
Glitch chip.
Glitch chip.
Final generation of 360 mod. Only 5 wires to install.
I used to mod Xboxes, like 360s. It was quite easy to do.
Well, apparently, yeah, well, this is only 5 wires, apparently.
I could do it with software.
Up to 4 times faster code than previous versions. Supports all Fat Falcon and Jasper. I love reading these fucking tech things, because, that's a thing. That's in... Fat Falcon and Jasper is in bold. That's how important Fat Falcon and Jasper is.
Yeah, so the code names for different chipsets that they had.
Yeah. Slim Trinity and Corona. Supports Ring of Light mod. Supports kiosk option for remote power.
That's the exit, and I just feel like I've gone past it. Bullshit.
Well, you look,
It's fucking. I found a shitty fucking game FAQs.
Oh, yeah.
I just fucking hate it. It's like, give me a fucking map, you.
No, my absolute fucking...
It's about here, you know. It's like, fuck off.
Go up next from the down area before you head west. It's like, what? Fucking munt.
Literally. Head for the area that starts with several wood and stone blocks, a metal block, and 2 large muddy bags on a leg above the stone and wood blocks. Head to the right and go, like, fuck off. Make a map.
But just don't. I know you thought you were going to do something today. Don't do that thing. Like, the angriest I got at one of those situations was trying, like, fucking... What is it? It's
this is how we couldn't work out how to get, because remember I couldn't work out how to stop. You can't.
Oh, right. You gotta... Oh, there we are. Oh, wait.
That's what I mean. We couldn't work out how to do it.
This...
Because you can't stop your momentum.
What if you get in that one and hit the wall before you go out the hole?
But then you can't make this jump, and you'll land down here and have to go through here.
What is it? Does the thing say?
Map.
Yeah, like, that's the thing is, these days I just go to YouTube. It's like, oh, I can actually watch a cunt do it. Because I'm playing fucking Mega Man X at the moment, and I forgot how fucking, bastardy. Fuck it, it's a classic Super NES title. So it's like, there's a heart tank up there. How do you get it? Oh, you gotta do this real fucking finicky hook jump off of a fucking wall. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. You just gotta be here for like ages and do the wall hop. Try and get the fucking boost to work properly. Whoop, and then you get it. And you're like, oh, I got a little bit of extra life. Because I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna get the Hadouken. Which is absolutely fucking ace. I loved that when I was a kid. That was such a big deal of a game. You can get the Hadouken. Fuck off. Nah, you gotta do this thing where you go to fucking Armadildo's fucking stage and you gotta fucking have beat him. You gotta have everything. And then you go through the stage, you jump off the minecart like 5 fucking times in a row and exit the stage after each time. And then on the 6th time you get up there, fucking there's a Dr. Wily tube. And the tube opens up and it's Dr. Wily dressed as Ryu and he goes, here's the final fucking thing. And he gives you the Hadouken.
Yeah.
And you have to do the quarter circle, and Mega Man says, Hadouken! And it kills everything in one hit.
That's cool.
Yeah. Really fucking rad. And then in 2, they give him the fucking flaming Shoryuken.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Because all of that I just said is real, but that sounds like some fucking Uncle Nintendo bullshit.
It sounds like you made that shit up.
Yeah. Speaking of which, like, fucking, L's real.
I know.
This was been a weird day.
So for those who haven't seen, there was what is being affectionately titled the Giga Leak, which is a Nintendo's, a lot of their source
Metamucil
codes
dump.
Went and got leaked and dumped onto Google Drives and other areas, which included crazy shit. I'm talking about like, if you go retry this.
64 has Beavis's face in it as a texture.
Beavis' face, yeah.
This is in there.
There's a sprite in Mario World of Luigi giving the middle finger.
I didn't see that. Saw Luigi in Mario 64.
I've got a page that like compiles them all. I'll bring it up later.
So long ago, Bowser.
It's so good, dude. Like there's things like unused sprites they found for like
different music.
Mario,
all the different fucking Yoshi sprites. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the proto Yoshi for Mario World where he's long and like
creepy.
Ugh.
No one likes long thin things aren't cute.
No.
Oh, look at that adorable skeletal monstrosity. All right, so what's the...
I just don't know how to get that one.
You didn't find it on a video?
No, I was just looking for the secret map.
Oh.
Because, I mean, we're going to have enough coins anyway to get...
You You can't shoulder
Unless
boost?
you have to jump off there and fly over, maybe?
Yeah, what if you jump and hit the wall and bounce off of it? Oh, right, it just stops you dead,
Yeah. I reckon maybe I can jump off this vertical.
Vert ramp.
No, it doesn't work. Let's try going back over
Yeah,
with
go back
these
over there
fat
with those
dudes.
cunts, yeah. This is, yeah, we just gotta jump.
Go on.
You know, we should just be jumping on fat cunts this whole time. I keep looking at the little screen, even though I got the big one here and I'm a dumbass. Like, you fixed it so we've got like a nice big fucking screen that...
So it actually works, because the
Yeah.
Wii U is a fucking calamity.
Butterscotch! It just means, like, you know, I can fucking... Experience can be, you know, faintly pleasant, you know?
I just realized I got 30 seconds.
Like jacking off to the memory of sex. You're not... Probably not gonna get there. I feel like
I
if we
reckon-
have to do it again... Well, I can't remember how close the
I just
thing
could
is.
just go retry.
And you don't have Scooty power. I feel like if we do it this time, go down, do what you did, do the fucking vert ramp up, and then jump on fat guys, and then
Yeah.
I reckon you'll be able to get that treasure. Because we're
100%.
trying to get, like, money, aren't we?
Yeah.
To buy, yeah, well, that's, you know... Fucking treasure's the fucking name of that game. Like, you know, cash converters aren't, you know, taking sentimental value. That's another reason why you should make me a deranged billionaire, is I will absolutely set up a porn store for sentimental value. And I'll give people, like, real money. Not like a lot. Like, I'm not gonna fucking give someone, like, $100,000 for, like, their tears. But I will give them, you know, like, maybe
Well-
$200 or $300 for their tears. And I will...
It's funny you say that, because so when they teach you basically in cash converters, if you're trained properly and well, you're taught of the idea of buying the customer. Essentially, if a customer comes in and they have 30 items,
Yeah.
29 of them are absolute garbage.
Yeah.
One of them's good. Or maybe they're all garbage. You still want to buy their shit. You don't want to give them a lot of money, but you still want to buy their shit because you're buying them as a customer, and people who sell stuff are usually more likely to repeat.
And that's where you get your stuff.
Exactly. Big jump. I don't know if I can make that.
Can't shoulder ram it.
I'm gonna try it. Fuck.
Womp, womp, womp. Well, you can
just
still
do this,
fatty
you know.
wobble. Ah, that's right.
Set up a button.
I'll never forget how delighted I was when I realized I could use that on that stream that time. Fucking, that is, it's rare to get like real, genuine, unshielded emotion out of me. And it's usually faintly malicious delight. Look, look, we can do it! You know what we need? You know what I'm gonna make when I get home? Because I'm a fucking creative genius. I'm going to just reverse the fucking, butterscotch. I'm just gonna reverse the fucking, from, you know, the fucking tuba of failure and make that the fucking tuba of victory. Because we need that. We need that for
this
when we
choice.
unfuck something.
Yeah.
Because there's no like, you unfucked a situation music. There's just you fucked a situation
Yeah.
music. And that's, you know, there's a lot of yin there. I need a bit of yang, you know? Tired of being besieged by dark female energies.
You fat cunt.
A friend of mine was complaining about a vagina on Twitter today. Fuck, I love that.
Wait, what?
Just like, you know, periods and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
I love that crap because it's like, women have a lot of valid fucking complaints, and usually they're all, you know, a guy's fault sometimes. And that just bums me out, you know? I get very bummed out hearing about all that stuff. And then there's periods, and that's not our fault whatsoever. We wouldn't want it. It's not like we fucking, hey, you know, it'd be a fun idea if you were just kind of like extra edgy for like a couple of days out of a month. Like, you know, no one wants this, but you suffer terribly because nature says fuck you. And that's just so it's like this fucking sucks. This is bullshit. Yeah. What you gonna do? Just gonna sit here and try not to chuckle. You know, it's kind of irrationally hormonal and teaches you to fly into an absolute rage if anybody ever fucking suggests that maybe the reason you're being weird and upset is because of your period, even though it usually is. Pirate Princess doesn't get periods. She's a good girl.
I mean, her period's a syrup. Sticky and icky.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. I think that's worse. That attracts ants.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna get clunge ants. Don't want that.
What did Zach Braff call it?
I don't know. I'm
the
not
car.
hip to Zach Braff's
Remember we were listening to whatever they saying, Gina, something weird? Gina.
Yeah, vagina. Well, it was just like fucking Oprah's vajayjay. But like, just he grunted it somehow, so it
Sounded
kind
like
of
vagina.
Yeah, well, he did, but it was said with a rather peculiar inflection. You know, like there's certain. You have to be careful when you say genital names because if you put the wrong tone of voice in, you sound like a fucking lunatic. You know, there's penis and penis, and one of those is doing the same thing, but it's just worse. Well, there's that great fucking joke from he appeared twice in the series, and he was a gem every time. There's a guy in Mission Hill. His first appearance is absolutely fucking perfect. Because, like, basically the little brother's having a really bad day. And, like, you know, he's a kid who lives in the fucking city. So, like, the city lunatic's yelling at him and it's his birthday and no one cares and he's sad. And a homeless guy starts screaming at him. And then this other dude walks up and scares the homeless guy off. And the other dude looks normal. And he's just going, don't you hate to see it? The big city. I mean, don't you worry. And then he just cuts himself off, leans in really close to the kid's ear and goes, penis. Penis, 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 and then giggles and runs off. Fucking love that. And it's so fucking obscure a reference. I mean, not as much these days, but like, you know, saying penis 5 times to people strangely is incredibly funny when you understand that is a fucking thing. You know, when people don't understand that's a fucking thing, or a creep.
So the Gigaleak had a model for Luigi in Mario 64 in 2 pieces. Modders put it back together and implemented it into the game. There apparently was a sort of Pokemon MMO being designed by like China on their thing. Ocarina of Time, the early maps that were shown off from the demos. There was a prototype Yoshi's Island. There was a Super Donkey game which looked like it was a game that was pre-Yoshi's Island. It looks like it became Yoshi's Island. There was sprites for a fully done BS Zelda 2, like the one they did with the satellite. On the first game where they do sprites and music and everything, which unfortunately never happened. There's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl beta with some really
that guy is absolutely an angel.
Funny looking pictures.
That's just a donkey with like a fucking face nuts. That's an angel. That's Evangelion. I can see that's ripped off. Which
is cool. There's a Pilot Wings prototype. The Mario world with the
fucking
scary looking Yoshi.
Long Yoshis.
Like, I retweeted it. It's on my Twitter, so you go there if you want to see that.
Yeah, go. You should know. Wow, yeah, that really is Luigi giving the finger. Like, I don't blame him, you know.
Yeah, so it's interesting times. Just like the rising vagine. We're done.
Plunge ants.
Classy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know.